Today we will understand Module 3 of Chapter 8, Useful and Harmful Microbes. In the previous module, we have studied about lactobacilli. Lactobacilli are the useful microorganisms which are added to the eatables which help to improve our immunity. Rhizobium. Rhizobium has helped to reduce the use of chemical fertilizers. Yeast. Yeast is a heterotrophic fungal microbe that grows on carbon compounds. And antibiotics. Carbon compounds obtained from some bacteria and fungi for destroying or preventing the growth of harmful microorganisms are called antibiotics. In this module, we will study about penicillin, harmful microorganisms, fungi, Clostridium, and also some other harmful microorganisms. First, we will understand about penicillin. Penicillin is a group of antibiotics obtained from a fungus, Penicillium. Penicillin is used for controlling the infections caused by bacteria like Staphylococci, Clostridia, and Streptococci. Medicines containing penicillin are useful to treat certain bacterial infections of the nose, throat, ear, and skin. Penicillin is also useful to treat diseases like pneumonia and scarlet fever. In scarlet fever, the bacteria release a toxin that produces the rash and red tongue. Alexander Fleming, a professor of microbiology at St. Mary's Hospital, had cultured varieties of bacteria and fungi in petri dishes in his laboratory. On 3rd September 1928, while observing Staphylococci culture, he made an interesting observation in one petri dish. In that petri dish, fungal colonies had grown, but the area around those colonies was clean and clear. That is, bacteria are actually being destroyed. After further studies, he confirmed that the fungus growing there was Penicillium, and its secretion had destroyed the bacterial colonies. Thus, the first antibiotic, penicillin, has been discovered accidentally, and this formed the basis for attempts to find cures for incurable diseases. Let us see now precautions to be taken before taking antibiotics. Antibiotics should be taken only when prescribed by a doctor. Don't purchase any antibiotic from medical stores without a prescription from a doctor. Don't consume antibiotics on your own to treat common diseases like throat infection, common cold, or influenza. Even if you feel well before completing of the prescribed course of the antibiotic, you must continue and complete it. Don't suggest to others the antibiotics which were useful to you. Now next, we will understand about harmful microorganisms, and that first is fungi. Microscopic spores of fungi are present in the air. If there is sufficient moisture, spores germinate on cotton fabric, gunny bags, leather, wooden items, etc. The fungal hyphae, that is, fibers of the fungus, penetrate deep into the material to obtain nutrition and to reproduce. This causes the materials to wear and become weak. As a result, gunny bags, leather items like shoes, purses, belts, etc., on which fungi have grown, do not last long. Wooden items also get spoiled. Sometimes, students, you may have noticed a black powder or white disk floating on a pickle or murabba. When a jar is opened after a long time, what exactly is this? Why are such food items not good to eat? Because there is growth of harmful microbes on it, which are not suitable for eating. Various species of fungi grow on food items like pickles, murabba, jam, sauce, chutney, etc. They use the nutrient in these food items for growth and reproduction. Fungi release mycotoxins, certain poisonous chemicals into the food, and thus food become poisonous. I repeat, fungi release mycotoxins, certain poisonous chemicals into the food, and thus food become poisonous. Hence, the food on which fungi have grown cannot be eaten. Now next, we will understand about Clostridium. Students, sometimes cases of food poisoning occur during community feast. How does the food become poisonous all of a sudden? Because the bacteria which spoil cooked food are Clostridium. Out of about 100 different species of this bacterium, some are free living in the soil, whereas some live in the alimentary canal of humans and other animals. These bacteria are rod-shaped and produce bottle-shaped endospores in adverse conditions. One special characteristic of these bacteria is that they cannot withstand the normal oxygen level of the air because they grow in anaerobic conditions. I repeat, one special characteristic of these bacteria is that they cannot withstand the normal oxygen level of the air because they grow in anaerobic conditions. There are different Clostridium species like Clostridium tetani, Clostridium perfringens, Clostridium botulinum, and Clostridium difficile. For example, in packed food, after expiry date, the harmful microbes like Clostridium starts growing. Now, let us have some knowledge of some scientists. Van Irmingen proved that the anaerobic bacterium Clostridium botulinum is responsible for food poisoning. Ida Bengtsson obtained higher education in biochemistry at Chicago University. She conducted important research on the toxin responsible for gas gangrene and the antitoxin useful for treating it. While she was doing research on the dreaded disease called typhus, she herself contracted the infection, but she overcame it and continued her research. For this work, she was honored with Typhus Medal in 1947. Now next, we will understand about some other harmful microorganisms. Other kinds of microorganisms like bacteria, viruses, protozoa and fungi are also responsible for different diseases that affect humans. Let us see one by one. First name of a disease is AIDS. Pathogen is virus. Mode of infection through blood and semen of infected person and milk of mother suffering from AIDS. Preventive measures: safe sexual contact, avoid reuse of needle and injection. Next, name of a disease is hepatitis. Pathogen is virus. Mode of infection: contaminated water and food. Preventive measures: clean and filtered water, proper storage of food. Next name of disease is influenza. Pathogen is virus. Mode of infection: contact with infected person. Preventive measure: personal hygiene and avoiding contact with the infected person. Next name of disease is measles and chickenpox. Pathogen virus. Mode of infection: contact with infected person. And preventive measure: vaccination, uncontaminated water, clean food. Next, name of a disease is bird flu, swine flu. Pathogen virus. Mode of infection: contact with infected birds and animals. Preventive measures: personal hygiene. Next name of a disease is dengue. Pathogen is virus. Mode of infection: mosquito bite. Preventive measures: cleanliness of surroundings, preventing stagnation of water, mosquito control. Next name of a disease is pneumonia. Pathogen bacteria. Mode of infection: droplets spread in air by infected person. Preventive measures: vaccination, avoiding contact with infected person. Next name of a disease is leprosy. Pathogen: bacteria. Mode of infection: long-term contact with infected person. Preventive measures: avoiding contact with infected person and their belongings. Next name of a disease is cholera. Pathogen: bacteria. Mode of infection: contaminated food and water. Preventive measures: clean food and water. Malaria is the next name of a disease. Pathogen: protozoa. Mode of infection: mosquito bite, unclean surrounding. Preventive measures: cleanliness of surroundings, preventing stagnation of water, mosquito control. Next name of disease is dandruff, ringworm and scabies. Pathogen: fungi. Mode of infection: contact with infected person or his or her belongings like clothes. Preventive measures: personal hygiene, avoiding contact with infected person. Students, now let us solve some activity-based questions. What are the precautions to be taken before taking antibiotics? So you have to fill these places A, B, C, D, E and F. Let us see one by one. Antibiotics should be taken only when prescribed by a doctor. Don't purchase any antibiotics from medical store without prescription. Don't consume antibiotics on your own. Complete the prescription given by doctor. Don't suggest to others the antibiotics. Check the expiry date of antibiotics. Now let us see points to remember. Medicines containing penicillin are useful to treat certain bacterial infections of the ear, nose, throat and skin, as well as diseases like pneumonia and scarlet fever. Microscopic spores of fungi are present in the air. The bacteria which spoil cooked food are Clostridium. There is a short homework for you. First question is write the preventive measures of AIDS, influenza and dengue. Next is what are the mode of infection of different diseases like malaria, cholera and leprosy. And next, write the names of different Clostridium species. Thank you.